Hello and welcome to the Saintly Sounder, your source for all things FIFA. It's been 35 days since I last had a legend in my squad, so I was very stoked to finally be able to pick one up. It is a Dutch legend, but it is not Patrick Kluivert. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the one, the only, the true Flying Dutchman, Ruud Van Nistelrooy. So let's just jump straight into things. Ruud Van Nistelrooy, 6'2", perfect work rates. He only has 3-star weak foot and 3-star skill moves, which is kind of a bummer. But as you can see, I bought him for 1.45 million coins. In 60 games so far, he has scored 85 goals and 19 assists. That makes his point per game score 1.73, which is one of the highest PPG scores that I've had a chance to look at. And on statistics alone, puts him in the realm of Royce and Vieri, my two all-time favorite players. Alright, so I used him in no less than half a dozen squads. This is the one I ended up settling on. I had a very hard time linking squads because the Dutch are spread out everywhere, and without the coin to buy Arjen Robben, I really couldn't complete any squad that probably would have been perfect. This squad played as close to good as I could get, although I do feel that there could be more tinkering. Anyway, on to the in-game footage. I would classify Van Nistelrooy as a poacher 2.0. He's not quite as sluggish as guys like Diego Costa, but he maintains that nose for goal that you're going to see right here. He's able to do 1 or 2 fake shots and is actually somewhat agile for his big size. There he gets rather fortunate. This was the first goal he scored at my club, but he really does have a nose for goal, and inside the 18 he's going to be quite deadly for you on his right or on his left. You can look at the stats and he is just awesome in that category. As you're about to see here, he can score from just about any angle, and inside the box on his right foot, he is one of the best shooters, one of the best finishers you're going to find in game. There he finds the only spot that it's going to go in, and again, there's not too many guys in the league that are going to make that shot. You can really feel his shot power and his awesome finishing in game. It is absolutely imperative for me to note that you must set him to get in behind, otherwise he can be quite invisible. But when you set him to get in behind, he can do stuff like that. In many ways, his volleying is almost superior to his finishing on the ground. He is really good at volleys. I have never used a player who is better at volleys. That's weak foot into the corner, and with him, if you put it in the air, you actually have an amazing chance of scoring, which really is unique, and I haven't experienced that with any other player in game. His dribbling and his close control isn't poor, as you've seen in the last video and this one. He's able to turn fairly quickly, and once he wheels around to face the goal, again, he was never going to miss. Now you might be wondering why I'm not showing a lot of long shot clips. It's because just like in real life where he scored a whopping 1 goal from outside the 18, he does not feel good shooting from range. And in that way, EA got it perfectly right. Inside the box, he is deadly in every single way. Outside the box, not so much. Here again, sets him up nicely with the fake shot. He's very good on the first step. He is going to get caught, however, if you try to sprint with him a lot. Faster defenders tend to catch him. But overall, if you can just get one fake shot, get into the box, and get a shot off, it is probably going to be a goal. As you watch another awesome volley, it's important to note he did score a lot of headers. He is tall, he has okay jumping, and he will score you a fair bit of headers. The only reason I don't have a video clip of it is because I twitched close to 30 games with him, and in those games were where he scored the headers. Nistelrooy will be the player for you if you've always wanted to use Giroud or Pella or Lambert or Boney, but has found his pace or dribbling to really let you down. Nistelrooy plays like a big man. He can shrug people off, although his strength isn't immense, but he has the height and the inside of the box presence that if you just want to focus on getting him the ball 12 to 16 out, you will score and you will have success, which is very rare in this game, as oftentimes players will need pace. He can create for others here, as you see a nice dime ball to Depay there. I wouldn't rely on it too much because if he's creating chances, he's not in the box. And again, not to beat a dead horse, that is really where you're going to feast with Van Nistelrooy. Get him into the box and you will be fine. If you start trying to do too much outside of it, you will not. Alright, for the final breakdown, it was very hard to pick a final score because depending on your playstyle, you may or may not have success with Van Nistelrooy. Inside the box, as I've said probably 40 times in this review, he is amazing. Get him on his right foot and he will score anywhere from 12 yards out or closer. His left foot doesn't matter either. It feels just as good as his right. Once you start getting out a little further, you maybe start to feel it. Outside the box, he wasn't known for it in real life, and he's the first legend I've used that has been completely incapable of scoring from range. On breakaways, he does have a fair bit of pace. He can get away if you give him enough space, but I wouldn't count on him to just run by guys like Ramos, and his strength, although decent, isn't enough to hold off the faster, stronger guys. Your Anuas and your companies really can lock down Van Nistelrooy if your game is to play through balls. As I mentioned in the in-game, his heading is good. It's perhaps not as great as you might expect for such a tall legend, but it is pretty good and you will win a fair amount of headers with him. His skill runs, I put it slightly above average because as long as you do a 1 or 2 fake shots, he does have enough acceleration to get away. The problem's going to start when you start trying to use 3-star skills, which already isn't advisable, because he doesn't have the 4th and 5th step. Once he starts getting 5 to 10 yards away are where you start to notice that the defenders start to bring him back. So I'd play simple, get him in the box, do 1 fake shot, and then you should have a fairly clear opportunity to wind up and put it in the back of the net. His creation for others is good for a striker and even better for a big man. He is more than capable of playing with his back to goal and dumping the ball off, although you won't get the most out of him if you find him spraying balls across the field. What you're going to want to do is to use other players to allow Nistelrooy to get within 18 yards of the goal, where once again, for the last time I'll mention it, he is very good in the box. Overall, I think Van Nistelrooy's inside-the-box presence makes up for a lot of his other faults. However, that being said, he has a lot of coins. He's 1.7 million coins right now at the moment of this video. And for that price, you can get a Vieri and a Shevchenko, players who score high in all facets, and I would recommend them a lot more. However, if you do have the coins and you do want a guy that won't miss from inside the box, Van Nistelrooy is your man. Alright, so if you found this at all interesting or helpful, like and subscribe. I'm on Twitch at the Saintly Sounder and on Twitter at the Red Death 329. Until next time, thanks.